You've always felt it, a quiet storm inside you. Not loud, not reckless, but heavy, like a truth the world can't touch. You're different, not better, not worse, just a part. A man who walks alone, not because he's lost, but because the crowd feels like a cage. Are you born this way? Or did the world carve you into this Sigma male? Misunderstood, unseen, yet unbreakable. Stay with me. This isn't about answers. It's about seeing yourself for the first time. Solitude isn't your enemy. It's your home, the place where your thoughts breathe, where the noise of the world fades, and you become whole. But they don't understand. They call it loneliness. They see a man alone and think he's broken. They don't see the fire in your silence, the strength in your stillness. You've stood in rooms full of people, yet felt like a ghost. Their laughter, their chatter, it slides past you like rain on stone. You don't belong. And deep down, you don't want to. Why, what is it about you that chooses this path? Is it woven into your soul, or did the world teach you to guard your light? Some men are born with a spark, not the kind that seeks attention, but the kind that burns quietly, deep, unseen. You were never loud, even as a boy. You watched the world with eyes that saw too much. You felt the weight of things. Others ignored the lies in their smiles, the chains in their rules. Your mind was your refuge, a labyrinth of thoughts, where you built worlds no one else could enter. You didn't need their approval. You didn't crave their noise. This is the Sigma's nature. A man who carries his own gravity, who bends the world to his will, not by force, but by being. But is that all? Is it just who you are? Or is there more, a story written in pain, in choices, in scars? The world doesn't love a Sigma. It loves the loud, the obedient, the men who bend. You learned this early. A teacher who didn't see your brilliance, a friend who betrayed your trust, a system that rewarded conformity and punished your truth. Each wound left a mark, not weakness, but clarity. You saw the game for what it was, a machine that chews up the authentic and spits out the tame. So you chose yourself. You walked away, not out of fear, but out of knowing that their path would kill your soul. This is where the Sigma is made, not just born, but forged in the crucible of rejection, in the ache of being unseen. Yet, there's a cost, isn't there? You are strong, not the strength of muscle or noise, but the kind that holds a man together when the world tries to break him. You've faced the dark nights, the doubts, the moments when you wondered if you were wrong to walk alone. But here's the paradox. Your strength isolates you. The more you master yourself, the less you fit, the deeper you go, the fewer can follow. You don't wear your pain like a badge. You don't shout your victories. You carry them quietly, like a blade sheathed in silk. This is the Sigma's burden, to be powerful, yet invisible, to be whole, yet apart. How do you live with that? How do you carry a fire that no one else can see? The world wants you to change, to be louder, to network, to smile, to play the game. It tells you your silence is weakness, your solitude a flaw, but they don't know. They don't see the man who thinks in cathedrals, who builds empires in his mind. They don't feel the weight of your loyalty to yourself. You've tried to explain, once, maybe twice, but words failed. They heard your voice, but not your truth. So you stopped trying. You let them think what they want. Their judgment is their cage, not yours. But sometimes, in the quiet, you wonder, Is there a place for you? A world that sees you as you are? You rebel not with fists, but with choices. Every step you take away from their noise is a revolution. You don't need their titles, their money, their applause. You've built something greater, a life that's yours. This is the Sigma's power. Not to destroy, but to create. Not to dominate, but to be free. You work in shadows, not because you hide, but because the light of their world is too dim for your soul. And yet, freedom isn't free, is it? Every choice has a price. Your freedom cost you connections, opportunities, the ease of fitting in. You've watched others climb ladders you refuse to touch. You've seen them win what you never wanted. But there are nights when the silence grows heavy, when the weight of being different feels like a stone on your chest. You don't regret your path, but you feel its cost. The solitude, the misunderstanding, the endless need to prove you're enough. This is the Sigma's truth. Freedom is a blade. It cuts both ways. How do you carry on? What keeps you walking when the world turns its back? You carry on because you know, deep in your bones, you know who you are. You are not their version of a man. You are not their hero, their villain, their anything. You are you, whole, unbroken, sacred. This is the Sigma's awakening. Not a moment, but a lifetime. A realization that you don't need their world to be complete. You are the fire, the path, the truth, born or made. It doesn't matter. What matters is this. You are here, and you are enough. Let the world misunderstand. Let them chase their shadows. You walk in light they'll never see. So, are you born a Sigma or made? The truth is both. You were born with a spark, a mind that questions, a heart that feels too much. But the world shaped you its rejection, its blindness, its failure to see. You are not an accident. You are a response. A man who chose himself when the world chose otherwise. This is your power, your pain, your truth. So stand, walk, be. Not for them, but for you. The question isn't born or made. The question is, will you keep being the man you were always meant to be?